right. Hello, welcome. We are so excited. I'm Miranda. This is Sally and Lene. We are hosting the Midlife Elevation Summit on Saturday, March 7th at 10 a.m. And we're so excited to be bringing you some current relevant information on midlife and how we can grow into our best selves. This is not the end. This is the beginning. So I'm going to be discussing, kind of explaining a little bit of physiology of what's happening. We know there's hormone shifts, but let's go a bit deeper in understanding what other hormones do we want to be paying attention to besides estrogen and progesterone. I like also focusing on insulin. I like looking at liver health and everything that impacts bone, vascular health, everything we want to look at as we move through our later years. So we're going to be talking about nutritional support, mindset approaches, supplements, herbs, exercise routines, lifestyle techniques, kind of bringing it all full circle because we're living this ourselves or we've lived it. We are the voice of experience on this subject. I'm heading into my 50s. I'm going to be experienced and I don't know. I start babbling. This is why I like editing. The Capricorn ones, I do lot. There's the whole blooper reel there. Okay. So we're going to be giving you, see. And then once I lose it, I'll be fine. Oh, okay. So we're going to be giving you real life experience on how to get through this from mental, emotional, nutritional, and lifestyle perspectives. What else are you guys going to be discussing?
Well, I listened to what you were saying, and what really inspires me with the work that you do is you come from a totally natural perspective. Let's look at natural stuff first that works with your body, with your hormones. We're not broken.
It's not a disease.
No, it's not.
It's a life stage.
Exactly.
Like we don't medicalize puberty to this degree.
Yes.
And this is just another hormonal shift, and yet it has an ICD code in the States as a medicalized intervention.
Yeah.
Like, this is a natural process.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's so much more to hormonal health than just
hormone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we'll be talking all about that. Lene, I love what you do because you come from a nutrition standpoint, from someone who's really had to come back from some pretty radical surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, a near-death experience where your nutrition was really the supportive part of that, wasn't it? Which you began to.
I would say it literally saved my life. Yeah, my story, even into menopause is very unique because I had a hysterectomy very, very early in my 40s, tons of complications. I think I've had 12, 13 surgeries to date. I've kind of lost count. A near-death experience. My menopause journey is very different because I haven't had a period for so many more years and I didn't have, we've talked about that, the definition of menopause and being sensitive to women that don't have
That language
and the language around it. So my journey is very different. Nutrition has been such a pivotal point, and especially in this stage of our life, because it really impacts everything across the board, which becomes paramount in perimenopause and menopause. The cardiovascular health, the metabolic health. We talk about the insulin resistance and just there's so much to unpack. And when you look at all of those different things, nutrition keeps coming up over and over and over again. And there's so many things that we can do just in nutrition to really impact us in this stage of life. So that's what I get super excited and passionate about.
I love
foundational.
I love that because everything, when estrogen depletes, as your estrogen levels, it affects every part of your body. It's not just your childbearing organs, it's everything else, your brain, your gut changes.
Yeah.
And so things that you used to be able to eat when you were 20, things you could get away with, you can't do that as you go into perimenopause. And when you're working with the two of you, I love that comes together. Natural supplements, how we can be empowered ourselves with our own knowledge. When women have knowledge, we make powerful, intuitive decisions. And when we do that, we take control back. And I think a lot of times what's happening now is it's like we're handing over our power. And many women talk about being gaslit. I mean, that was my story. When I went to my obstetrician, gynecologist at the time, I was past the obstetrician stage, gynecologist stage, when I went to him and I said, this is going back 15 years ago. And I said, I think I'm in perimenopause. And he just laughed at me. So I don't think that's a thing, do we? And then sort of similar, because we did some interventions. First, I have no idea when the date of my last period is, which is actually menopause. I have no idea because I just kept going and having hormone checks and apparently everything was fine, but I was experiencing these challenges. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this summit. It's like, how do I find the knowledge that works for me. What works for Lene and what works for Miranda are entirely different from what works for me.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's as we go through these 50s and the 60s, adapting. When you have the knowledge, you feel empowered. And when you can then advocate for yourself when you go to see a medical professional because you know what you're going through. And that's what we're going to be sharing on this summit.
Well, and I think a really important piece there is the empowerment. When you leave the summit after the 90 minutes, and obviously we're going to be sticking around for questions and answers and all of that, you are going to feel empowered. And that is what you want to feel like in this stage. You want to feel in control. You're going to have like that knowledge you said. But, you know, even when we talk about it, you just feel the fired up, right? And it's just like, that's how we want you to feel after the 90 minutes.
Absolutely.
Control, empowered, and you got this. Let's go.
It's at least a third of your life on the other side of this transition. Like, we want these to be good years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best thing, actually, having been through it and at the other end, the best years of your life. Can I just tell you that? It is the best years of your life. When you come out of this with understanding your hormones, when you come out of it, implementing nutrition, knowing what's going on for you emotionally, and, you know, you get to that, I'm not putting up with this rubbish stage, that's empowering. But instead of questioning yourself and thinking, oh my God, am I something wrong with me? No, your brain's rewiring. That's the best part. All right.
Better boundaries.
Better boundaries. Saturday, 7th of March. Join us.